Kevin Cordón was born on February 5, 1987, in Guatemala, a country known for its rich culture and sporting traditions, but not particularly recognized for its badminton history. Growing up in a modest family in the small town of Chimoltenango, Cordón's passion for sports began at an early age. While soccer was the dominant sport in his country, Kevin showed an early interest in badminton, a game that was not widely played in. His journey into the world of badminton began when he was just 10 years old, after being introduced to the sport by his older brother, who was also an amateur player. Initially, Cordón played recreationally, but it quickly became clear that he had a natural aptitude for the sport. His speed, reflexes, and hand-eye coordination were remarkable for his age, prompting his parents to encourage him to pursue his passion further. At 12, Cordón began competing in. Growing up in a country with limited resources for badminton, Cordón faced significant challenges early on. The lack of professional training centers and coaches in Guatemala meant that Kevin had to learn much of the sport on his own, watching international players and seeking guidance from coaches whenever possible. His determination to succeed despite these obstacles became one of his defining characteristics and fueled his drive too. Cordón's early career was defined by a series of local and national victories in Guatemala, where he built a reputation as one of the most promising badminton talents in the country. His success in local competitions garnered the attention of the National Federation, which began providing him with better training opportunities. Although Guatemala was not known for its badminton achievements, Cordón's determination and self-driven approach to. By the time he was in his late teens, Cordón had already won several national titles in men's singles. His performance in local tournaments led to his selection for international events, and it was during these early appearances that his talent caught the eye of international coaches and players. While competing on the Pan-American circuit, he faced much stronger opponents from countries like the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Despite this, Cordón's performance consistently stood out, and his fearless approach to the game led him to make an impact at the regional level. The turning point in Cordón's early career came in 2007, when he made his debut at the Pan American Games. Although he did not win a medal, the experience of competing against top-tier players was an eye-opener, and it spurred him to improve his training regimen and seek out higher levels of competition. During his early professional years, Cordón was primarily focused on developing his technical skills. His powerful smash and aggressive playing style made him a standout player in the men's singles category. However, his determination to reach a higher level of competition often meant that he had to overcome obstacles such as limited resources, lack of access to training facilities, and insufficient coaching support in his home country. Despite the peak of Kevin Cordón's career came in 2010, when he began to make his mark on the international badminton scene. That year, he reached his first major BWF World Championships in Paris, where he made an impressive run and became a rising star in the sport. His performance at the World Championships in Paris signaled to the badminton world that Cordón had the potential to compete at the highest level, despite coming from a country. In 2012, Cordón achieved one of the most significant milestones of his career when he became the first Guatemalan player to qualify for the Olympics. He represented Guatemala at the London 2012 Summer Olympics, where he became an international sensation in his home country. Though he did not medal, his qualification alone was a historic achievement, and it elevated the profile of badminton in Guatemala. After the Olympics, Cordón's career truly took off. He began to win a series of international titles, establishing himself as one of the top badminton players in the Americas. He won the prestigious Pan American Badminton Championships multiple times and captured several other titles on the BWF International Challenge and Grand Prix circuits, including victories in men's singles events in tournaments such as the Brazil International and Mexico Open. One of Cordon's most remarkable achievements came in 2015, when he won the Pan American Games gold medal in men's singles. This victory was a crowning achievement of his career and a testament to his relentless dedication to the sport. It also cemented his place as one of the top players in the Western Hemisphere. This success earned him further recognition and opened doors to greater international competition, where he would continue to challenge the world's best players. Cordon's playing style, characterized by his quick reflexes, sharp net play, and powerful smashes, made him a formidable opponent. He had an uncanny ability to outplay his competitors in long rallies, and his stamina and physical conditioning allowed him to compete at a high level over extended periods. His tactical awareness on the court also set him apart, allowing him to make smart decisions that often left his opponents scrambling for a response. As his career continued, Cordón solidified his standing as the top player in Latin America. His continued dominance in the Pan American circuit ensured that he was regarded as the best in the region, and his success in international tournaments garnered him a reputation as one of the most accomplished athletes in the sport. Despite his success, Cordón faced numerous challenges during the course of his career. Injuries were a significant factor, as his demanding playing style and frequent tournament schedule took a toll on his body. He struggled with knee and ankle problems over the years, which sometimes sidelined him and hindered his performance. Nevertheless, Cordón's resilience and dedication to overcoming these setbacks allowed him to bounce back time and again. Another challenge that Cordón had to contend with was the lack of financial and institutional support. Coming from a small country like Guatemala, Cordón often had to fund his own travel and training expenses, which made competing in major international tournaments difficult. He did not have the same resources that many of his competitors in other countries enjoyed, yet he persevered, often training in makeshift conditions and relying on his resourcefulness to continue competing at the highest level. His determination to succeed, despite these hurdles, made him an inspiration to his fans and fellow athletes. Cordón's story became one of perseverance and tenacity, with many athletes in Guatemala and beyond looking up to him as an example of what could be achieved with hard work and dedication. By the time the Tokyo 2020 Olympics came around, Cordón had become one of the most experienced players in the badminton world. Though he was no longer in his prime, he continued to compete at a high level, participating in the games and representing Guatemala. His performance at the Tokyo Olympics was a testament to his enduring talent, and he managed to defeat some of the best players in the world, reaffirming his place in the international badminton scene.